Yeah, let's keep it moving here. Let's get to our next discussion. We'll get over to Kyle Pitts against tight end matchup here in Colston Loveland. Obviously, another team that's rattled by, or yeah, decimated by injuries. Their season's pretty much over in the Atlanta Falcons. Michael Penix Jr. has a partial ACL injury that he's dealt with not only at the professional level, but also in his college career. And for this Bears team, look, they've been one of the pleasant surprise this season. As far as winning games, they're 7-3. They're sitting atop of the NFC North division. I need to see the update for Cole Kmet as far as his injury does go, because of course, Loveland's going to be in there. As far as let's see, he's dealing with a concussion, also a back injury. Did Cole Kmet have? So I think that even if he is back, well, I'm not sure how effective he is going to be for this Bears team. Where Loveland, I know he had that one game where against the Bengals, was it, where he really broke out and had the best game of the season for the Chicago Bears. But we take a look at the numbers for Colston Loveland thus far this season. Like I mentioned, that Bengals game, again, probably an outlier there because we know the Bengals rush defense overall has been absolutely the worst. But 4 targets in each of the last 2 weeks, 55 receiving yards against the Giants, 40 against the Minnesota Vikings, no touchdowns in those games. Where I think just by default, Rod, just because, again, Drake London's also out for this game. Mentioned Michael Penix Jr. as well. So I think there's been some type of rapport between Kirk Cousins, who will start for the Falcons here, and Kyle Pitts dating back to the last season as well. So I know Kyle Pitts a few years ago when he entered the league was supposed to be the next, coming of Jesus or a George Kittle or whatever you want to say. It just hasn't panned out. But I think this could be a game against the Saints, Rod, where he could be productive just based on bodies that are available on the offensive side. I know a lot of people are going to look at Bijan props this week, but this could be a sneaky Kyle Pitts game for the Atlanta Falcons. And again, this could be another game where they are trailing, even if it is against the Saints, who only have 2 wins on the season. But I'm leaning more towards Kyle Pitts this week, shockingly, going up against the Saints. And he's had decent games. I mean, the game last season, he had 4 receptions on 6 targets, 55 receiving yards. Unfortunately, he hasn't had any touchdowns quite yet in 7 games against the Saints, which is a bit of a thorn in the side there. But I think just based on availability, I would have to go with Kyle Pitts.
As a Loveland manager, I'm going to go with Pitts as well because I've been so frustrated figuring out when to start him. I've essentially just left him on the bench, and all season long, I'm like, if he gets out and he actually does something, fine. And I don't want to drop him because I just don't want somebody to pick him up and then he goes up against me, and all of a sudden, the revenge of dropping Loveland comes at me in full force. So yeah, I don't know. It's frustrating to pick which week Loveland's going to be good. Same can be said for Pitts, but I mean, with Kirk Cousins back, maybe that day is closer than we both think. So, all right.